Cats relaxing in the sun. A common enough sight, one might think. But these cats have been on an epic adventure, one that has seen them travel from as far as the UK and Australia, only to find themselves living like kings in a purpose-built palace on a lake, in their ancestral home of Myanmar. But our story begins in Hong Kong.
It all started around 2004 when I started making visits to Myanmar. And I was quite interested in seeing whether there is any worthy projects along China's frontier with Myanmar. I was also very taken by the scenery of some of the minority areas, in particular the Shan State. And there's a very pristine lake called Inle Lake. We have a friend who runs a resort there, and in conversation I asked, do you have any Burmese cats? As I know them, they used to be temple cats and cats of royal families. And that's when we found out that actually all the cats are already mixed breed and there's no traces of the famous breed from Burma, the Burmese cat.
When I was young, Burma had been famous with the Burmese cats. But then it is an extinct species in Burma.
When I got home, I started checking online about the history of the Burmese cat. And I found out that the last known Burmese cat to be taken out of Burma was in 1930.
The Burmese cat was on the verge of extinction due to the development of Burma and the increased migration of its population, causing interbreeding between the Burmese cats and lesser breeds. So the rare Burmese cat was greatly sought after by the very particular and protective breeders in the West. Burmese cats come in a number of colours, including platinum, champagne and blue. But the most authentic Burmese is the sable, with rich brown colouring darkening around the extremities, particularly the face. The cats are particularly treasured for their dog-like affection, taking great pleasure from human company.
The Burmese cat got its name from Burma, but no longer available as a true breed in its own home country. And we felt that it is important to source for thoroughbred Burmese cat outside of the country and bring them back like a reintroduction program.
So I said, okay, that's a good idea. Can I help you in any way? And he said, okay, yes, you can. We might bring in you some real Burmese cats, and then you can breed them up here. So I said, okay, please let me be involved in your project.
So, on a trip to the UK, Hao Man started his mission to acquire the first pair of cats to start the programme. But he immediately encountered problems.
No one really wants to meet with us. It seems like it's an extremely close circle of breeders that don't want their breeding program to go outside of their own area.
In desperation, Hao Man asked his hotel concierge for any nearby pet shops, to which he was told the closest one was just a block away, in Harrods.
Right away I rushed to the pet shop. So I checked around and asked the lady in charge, I said, is there any Burmese cats around? And she said, in 3 years that she has worked there, she has not seen any Burmese cat coming in. And just at that moment, she said, well, wait a moment. Let me go check on the books what kind of cats we are expecting. And right there, it shows in May, they're expecting 1 litter of Burmese cats, 6 of them. And they're all brown, and that's the most original color.
It seemed the fates were on Hao Man's side, and in July 2007, CERS received their first batch of Burmese cats. Around the same time, Hao Man also visited Australia, where he was fortunate to find a cooperative breeder who was happy to support this initiative.
They came to see me in 2007 in Sydney, Australia, and explained to me they were looking for Burmese cats to start a breeding program in Burma, because Burma no longer had the actual original Burmese as they were known, and they wanted to reintroduce them back into the country. So I was happy to help them, and I sent them a breeding pair, I think toward the end of 2007. I know that they had a breeding pair from England as well. So that started the basis of the program.
Soon the cats got to the task at hand, breeding.
Now that we are overloaded with cats, both from the UK, Australia, and 2 litters, and a 3rd litters on its way, before too long, I think this place is going to be overrun with cats if we don't quickly start sending them back to Myanmar.
Soon enough, the cats would embark on a journey that would see them swapping their Hong Kong waterside homes for waterside homes of a very different nature. The Cats Expedition Home first took them to Bangkok, where they were fortunate to stay overnight at the luxurious Banyan Tree Hotel. Although it was only an hour and 40 minutes flight, Hao Man and team were still anxious. Such a journey can be very traumatic for young cats. The cats were taken into their own room for some much needed pampering. Only the best 5-star treatment for these most special Burmese cats. For the hardest part of their journey was yet to come. The following morning, the cats set off on the final leg of their journey. Once the paperwork had been completed, they were on their way. Before long, Myanmar could be glimpsed through the clouds, and on landing at Yangon, all that lay between the cats and their final destination was a quick internal flight to Heathrow Airport. It was hoped that the cats' fellow travellers would bring them luck on their journey home, but instead, Hao Man was faced with a problem that spelt disaster, putting the very lives of the cats on the line.
They said they want to drug them. I said I came all this way. These cats came from London without medicine, to Hong Kong without medicine, and Hong Kong to Bangkok, Bangkok to Rangoon without medicine. Now this last stop, they want to give them some drugs.
Worse still, they had no one qualified to administer the sedative. They didn't know what drug to administer, nor did they know how much tranquilizer to give. Suddenly the whole project was in jeopardy. The airline's demands would spell a tragic end to the cat's journey. So swift negotiation with the captain was required to avoid disaster.
Thank you. Yes. So now no drugs. You okay? They can't be drugged.
With disaster averted, the cats were on their way home. Just a small hop took them to Heathrow Airport. Where they were swiftly transferred to 4-wheeled transport and a drive through the Myanmar countryside. In no time at all, they had reached the much-needed tranquility of their final destination.
Hi.
Finally!
Yeah. 2 full days.
Yeah.
So this is Randy.
But before the cats could be set free in their new idyllic home, they had one last short trip to make. This time it would be by boat. To ensure the safety of the cats and maintain the purity of the breed, the owners of the Inla Princess Resort had constructed 2 purpose-built houses on stilts.
there they are. Burmese cat house of Inlay Lake.
Though they were a little shaky from their journey, the cats soon started to settle into their new homes and were treated to a welcome meal of rice and fresh fish from the lake, prepared by the Inla Princess's dedicated staff. Finally, the Burmese cats had returned home.
Well, finally I'm more relaxed, and it's been quite an odyssey, given that it starts with a simple idea, but quite ambitious, and a lot of hard work for a number of people too. Not only they have a new home, these are very specially built houses for them. They have their own veranda and floating gardens, and I can see they feel very relaxed and very much at home. And our partners here really care a lot about them. They're very excited about the future of these cats. I just can't find a better home for them.
For me, I take it as a very serious responsibility. I have a lot of cat lovers in our staff, so they really want to take care of them 24 hours a day. It's not a problem. This is one species that we have to preserve. It's come from Burma, so we have to take that responsibility to keep these breeds here. And also, I hope that we were going to have more tourists in coming years, and they can see it as a part of their sightseeing and discovery when they are coming to Burma.
The cats quickly settled in, and their numbers started to multiply. It wasn't long before they began to outgrow their 2 houses on stilts, leaving Misu facing the reality that a new housing solution would have to be sought.
So within 2-3 months, we got 17 kittens. So becoming like a large stock suddenly. We only have 2 little house in front of our hotel. But for some tourists who has to come and visit the cats, it's a big detour. So how much we need to have another space where we can host those cats so that people can also come and visit easily on the sightseeing area.
So Misu, with help from CERS, constructed a new house for the cats. A most impressive residence, with its own private island featuring traditionally starred cat houses, with plenty of space for the cats to sun themselves or to simply chill out in the shade.
So we found this land that we built in the heritage house, and put all the cats here to have some visits from the tourists.
Oh, that's a lovely
Yeah, but this is a good one.
For the tourists, it's easy because it's on the way to Safe Weaving Village. So they can stop by, they can have a coffee, tea, or sometime lunch. They can also play around with the cats.
Here we have 37 cats, 20 is a female, and then 17 is a male. All of the males they are castrated already, and then we left 4 female non-sterilized here.
Having successfully set up the house, it was now time for their cat management to step up a gear. So in 2012, CERS brought Burmese cat breeder Vera from Australia to Myanmar.
I was invited by Homan to come and see how the Burmese were progressing and what they'd done in Burma. And I've never been to Southeast Asia, so coming to Burma was quite exciting. When I did come here, I was really pleasantly surprised how they had set it all up. They all love that. Yeah. They have beautiful little homes, and they have islands that they put into Inle Lake where the cats can run around. You, real Burmese cat in Burma.
That's right. After all these years of breeding Burmese cat, you finally
Find one in a real one.
So how do you feel about it?
Oh, they're just gorgeous. And they're so friendly, aren't they, here?
Of course.
So I found that the cats in general were very well cared for. They were very happy. They were well adjusted. They loved people. They would run up to you, jump in your arms. So, they were handled well.
When Vera saw us feeding cat with rice, and she was shocked. We didn't know in Burma we give cats with rice and some dry fish, and that's it. Dry fish equal to cat food. That's how we understand.
I found out that throughout all of Southeast Asia, people feed their cats cooked rice with fish. And cats being obligate carnivores mean they eat only meat. And it's raw. They don't cook in the wild.
Without delay, Vera set in motion a new feeding regime, which was initially met with a degree of caution from the cats.
We've changed the diet now, and the cats are eating chunks of beef. They're having chicken necks and chicken legs and chicken wings at night. Because see, they haven't done too badly for first time having meat, have they?
I'm sure that they prefer the fresh beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need their teeth cleaned while they're eating. A natural way is to let the cats eat chicken legs, chicken wings, and their teeth will be clean naturally. We won't have any gum problems, gum infections.
With their dietary concerns taken care of, Vera then noticed some other health issues that needed addressing.
When I saw the cats together, I did notice that there were a few of them, I think it was about 3 or 4 of them, that did have watery eyes and sneezing here and there. So I explained to the carers, look, these cats need to be quarantined. We need to treat them because we don't want the whole colony to suddenly come down with that. It's a big job then treating the cats, the whole colony, twice a day. So we quarantined them, got the medication. It only took a week and they were fine, healthy, no problem. So they're now running back with the pack.
Clearly Vera's experience and dedication were paying dividends. So Misu and team made sure that they took every opportunity to seek her advice on all things feline.
I've had to, teach them a few things in having a large cattery regarding cleanliness, how to handle the cats, giving birth, what to do in problems like that. It's been interesting, a lot of information going backwards and forwards. I've learned a lot and they've learned a lot as well. When you do something with the cat, you always grab them here like this. They can't do nothing. It doesn't hurt them.
Okay.
Okay? See?
I learned so many things from our cat breeder from Australia. Actually, the things we're doing is quite wrong. So now we know the right things, how we should manage all of the things. For example, they should take a shower, but the things that we never knew that. So we're gonna try to take a shower with them one time in a month. We're gonna try.
Yeah. I don't think it's ringworm. It's not ringworm, thank goodness. The most important thing from now on is that I teach them the art of breeding, basically. You have to make sure you're not mixing brothers and sisters, that sort of thing. Keep your bloodlines separate and know what you're doing so you keep a healthy cat.
We understand now that we have to make a cat management program to keep the breeding line, and we know now also how to look a beautiful cat and what are the characters of beautiful cats and how to keep that breed most pure or best possible.
For CERS, this project has a serious mission: to reinstate the Burmese cat as an important part of Myanmar's cultural heritage. And CERS are very particular about precisely who will receive one of their special cat ambassadors.
We're going to be selecting cats and giving them as gifts to a lot of prominent people here in Burma, and they're all eager to accept these because, it is the Burmese cat. They have a unique nature and they're excited to learn about the cat and have them.
Well, this is the moment I've been waiting for. After almost 4 and 5 years of hard work, starting from just a few cats to now that we feel that the project is stable enough that we can finally give away the Burmese cats. So from the cat cafe, the first couple of cats will be given to the nearby monastery, to the monks here. They've been asking for it, waiting for this date for quite a while too. So today is an important moment that we will start delivering the cats here. And I'm sure the young monks behind me here will be look forward to have these new companions too. So by setting it up that first giving the cats to high monks, to the temples, perhaps the next stage to soccer star and even to some of the important political figures, it will set the bar of high, such that by the time we give it to commoners, they consider it something very graceful and they will take good care of the future of these Burmese cats.
I just think that this project is very exciting to bring a cat that's dear to my heart as well back to Burma, to its original home, and I'm very honored that I've been a part of it.
We know now that we have 4 times a year a cat show organized in Burma. So maybe we can participate with our cats. We will train them well, breed them well, and if our cats become a superstar or well-known cats, that will be very good for the image of Burmese cat in Burma.